Welcome back to Beansy's Outdoors. In today's video, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, is we got 3 different bows at 3 different price points. And we're just going to compare and contrast and see what you get, kind of give you a better understanding walking into the bow shop and what you're going to get for the money that you're willing to spend for your bow setup. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get into the first bow. I'm going to work my way down the list and then we'll get outside and we'll shoot them. So bow number 1 is a PSE Stinger X. Bought this bad boy about 8 years ago, $500 cash. This bow is a single cam with a wheel on top. And there you go. As you can see, it's got A through P, and that's your draw length. And yeah, these bows are super versatile for beginners, very easy to use. Not a whole lot to them at all. It came with the 3-pin horizontal sight, made by PSE, whisker biscuit, and just a little stabilizer. Now I know there's bows you can get out there that are newer for the same price as this one, brand new, but if you just went into your bow shop in the bow rack, told them you had $300 and you'd probably get out the door with this. It does work, it does shoot. Draw cycle is not the greatest. The let off is not the greatest, but at the end of the day, with this bow, all you're trying to do is really just get out in the woods and shoot a deer, whatever you're trying to hunt. So that's bow number 1, and I'll go more about the specs on it as we get ready to shoot it. But going over bow number 2, my second bow. That was my first, this is my second. This bow is quite a bit of an upgrade from that one. Got this bow 2022, about 3 years ago now. It's been on the channel before. It is an Elite Valor. This bow I have rigged out. Quite a bit better accessories on this one. And yeah, it's got a black gold 3-pin slider on there. I like this, really like this bow a lot. Shot really good, killed some stuff with it. Got a QAD, just a basic one on there, little flip up sight. I got the Excel True Ball stabilizer combo pack with a 12-inch front and a 10-inch back, and just some cheap limb legs on it to help it stand up. And yeah, we'll go over it more when we shoot it. And last but not least, a bow that I most recently got, and there's a full video on it on the build that I'll pop up that you can go watch after this one. But this bow is my 2025 Mathews Lift RS. This bow I have rigged out all the way, you know, UV slider, bridge lock bars, back bar, limb legs, yeah, Hamskea peep sight, QAD integrate rest, and yeah, this bow is bad to the bone. So yeah, now that you got a brief introduction of the 3 bows we're going to use, I'm going to step outside, set the target up, and we're going to shoot them a little bit and go over more about them and kind of feel and how they feel when you shoot and all that jazz. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, here we go with bow number 1, the PSE Stinger X. Just grab the old arrow. I got the target set up pretty close because I'm not real sure where this is going, because I have not actually shot with this bow in a very long time. So yeah, you'll kind of see how it shoots, and yeah, I'll give you an unbiased review as we progress through the 3 bows of overall how comfortable it is to shoot, how it feels, and all that. So yeah, here we go, shot number 1 with the PSE Stinger X. There we go. Grab another arrow. Here we go with shot number 2 with the PSC Stinger X. Like I was saying, the let off is there really ain't one. Like once you get it back, it wants to shoot. And you gotta keep a steady amount of tension back once you get it back, because yeah, it's not the greatest. It's pretty violent when you shoot. There's a lot of vibrations, but yeah, all in all with this bow, it will get the job done. But yeah, not a whole lot to it. So now we're about to get the other 2 bows and shoot with them. So yeah. Oh yeah, and real quick, I'll just go over the full price of how much everything cost. I'm not sure with this one. At the time, it was $500 for a release, arrows, and everything. But I would imagine for a full package like this, about $300 is what it would cost now for a bow like this, a used older bow. All right, here we go with bow number 2. It's the Elite Veiler. I've scooted back some to maybe try to help with road noise because I know it's pretty bad. But yeah, we got bow number 2. Once again, we're not shooting real far, at least right now. We're just going over the shooting and how it feels. Grab an arrow, kind of talk about, my experience with a bow around this price and this bow setup. The bow was about $750, about $300 sight, $300 stabilizers, and the QAD rest was probably about $150. And so yeah, definitely a little bit more than the other one, but at the same time, just like anything else, as you progress and get better into something, you level up, and this bow is definitely worth it, and it's still very good today. But yeah, we'll go over this, or we'll shoot this bow and let you know how it feels. Shot number 1. Here's shot number 2. I really like this. I really like this bow, especially when you get it back. When you hit the back wall, it just sits down and does not move. It really helped it when I threw these stabilizers on here and got it balanced pretty good to a spot to where I like it, and it was overall really solid. So for $1,400 maybe, you can get a pretty good bow for that amount of money. Newer or older, really don't matter. But yeah, for a medium budget, I guess you could call it medium, I don't know. But for around $1,500, if you're looking to get a bow around that price range, you're going to get something pretty good. I know it may not be this exact bow, but there's other bows out there that are similar to this one. It's going to get the job done, and you're going to really like it. So here we go with shot number 2 with the Elite Veiler. There we go. So now I'm about to move on to the 3rd and final bow. So yeah. All right, here we go with the 3rd and final bow for at least for right now, it is the Mathews 2025 flagship bow. And yeah, if you don't know what a flagship bow is, it is basically a bow that a main manufacturer releases, like whether it be Mathews, Hoyt, PSC, whatever. Their top of the line bow for that year, and this is the 2025 flagship for Mathews. To kind of go over the specs and everything with this bow, The bow itself was about $13.49. The sight was, I think, 600. Stabilizers. Each bar was $250, and the thing for the back bar was about $150, I believe. $300 for the rest, $80 for the peep sight. And I actually got something on here pretty cool that I just added, and I'll kind of show you more about it here in a second. But yeah, for a flagship bow, you're definitely going to pay for it. I know that. And to kind of go over the differences between this bow, kind of why it costs more, and kind of what you're paying for if you don't know, if you don't really understand why it costs as much as it does. As you can tell with this bow right here, is you have standard limbs, just 2 plain limbs on the top and the bottom. But with this bow, you can see you got 4 limbs on the top and 4 limbs on the bottom. There's a rubber piece that separates the limbs. There's nothing but air in there. And what that does is basically dampens the bow, helps it be more quiet and forgiving. So yeah, that's one feature. And the second feature, and one of the biggest that Mathews really came out with the last couple years, is their bridge lock technology. And the whole point of bridge lock technology is to essentially kind of mold everything into the bow. Because on that bow, in the PSE bow, it's all bolt on. So you have a bow and accessories. But with this, you have accessories for the bow. It's all designed to go hand in hand, to cut vibration in half, to make it tighter to the bow. You don't have a lot of excess stuff sticking out. And yeah, the technology and the cams are better. The tunability in this bow, especially this year, is way different. It's a lot more user-friendly, super easy. And yeah, we're gonna take a couple shots with it and let you know how it feels with a 2025 flagship bow. We're about to take a shot with it. Here we go, shot number 1 with the 2025 flagship bow. The draw cycle is going to be way smoother. If you don't really know what that means, it's essentially the process of you point A to point B and drawing back your bow. And the let off is basically built in to let you, like a percentage of how much you're actually holding once you get it back. So yeah, here we go, first shot. So pretty smooth, it just sits back, and once you get it back, you're solid. And you can pay attention to the different sounds. I know we're inside right now, but as far as, you know, the first bow to the second bow to this bow, and the sound difference, and just overall how that is. We'll go with our second shot right here. Here we go, shot number 2 with the flagship bow. So yeah, there you go. Okay, here's all the bows in the sunlight. You got the PSE, which cannot stand up on its own, so I had to prop it up. But then you got the Elite, and then you got the Mathews. So yeah, we're gonna do a little 20-yard accuracy test. I got 20 yards set up right back there. I apologize for the road noise and the wind noise, because I'm right beside a busy highway. But yeah, we're gonna set this target up. Set the camera up actually, and we're gonna shoot a little bit at 20 yards. Yeah. All right, here we go with 2 shots with the PSE. Shot number 1, PSE, 20 yards. now we moved on to the Elite bow. Gonna be aiming for the heart, 2 shots here at 20 yards. And yeah, this bow still should be sighted in really good. So yeah, here is shot number 1. Oh yeah, like I was saying, I was still a really big fan of this bow. It just goes to show you really don't have to spend an insane amount of money to get out and shoot really good and be accurate. So here's shot number 2 with the Elite bow. And there we go. So now I'm about to go pull those 2 arrows and we'll switch over to the Mathews. All right, so yeah, as you can tell, you're on the bow cam. That thing I had on the bow is meant for a magnet for this bow to record with it. So I figured while we shoot with it, I might as well use it because I've never shot with it yet. So yeah, now you're mounted on the bow right now. I'm about to flip the camera, zoom in on the target, and just see how this actually works with the flagship bow. So yeah. All right, so as you can see, the arrow I think is in frame right now, so I'm about to draw back. Try to keep it on the target the whole way through and just see how this actually works. All right, now I'm about to shoot shot number 2. Let's see how it is. Gonna record the whole time. And yeah, with bow cam. So here we go, shot number 2 with the bow cam. I'm gonna go pull those arrows and I'll see you guys back inside. So yeah, we're back inside now and I'm gonna kind of give a recap. So yeah, is it worth it spending, you know, a lot on a bow? You know, whether it's this one right here or the Elite or the Mathews. In my opinion, it honestly depends on you and what you're trying to achieve in archery. Yes, better equipment does help you perform better, but at the same time, if your goal is to not win a world title or plan on shooting 150 yards or something, and you just want to get something that'll get you out in the woods, then no, it does not matter. But to where it does matter is if you're trying to perform at the best, be the most accurate, lethal, whatever. Or if you just want to spend that much and get the flagship bow. It's totally up to you. It really doesn't matter what bow you have, as long as you get out there and you shoot, you practice, and you have fun with it. At the end of the day, in my eyes, that's all that matters really. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap this video up in my kind of cheap versus expensive bow comparison / shoot off. So yeah, if you made it this far into the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more cool videos on the way. So yeah, later.